So welcome to my video on packing for historical costuming in Venice. Let's start with the already packed carry-on. So this packing cube has all my clothes. This is my dry toiletries. These are my wet toiletries. I have my lash kit here and my vitamins and medicine situation. So that is gonna go on this side. On this side, I have my flip-flops for the spa, makeup, my flats, my black flats. These are all my underthings. And this is pajamas and my bonnet, my silk pillowcase, and I think a merino sweater that was too fluffy to go on the other side. Once I zip that down, this closes okay. Carry on one, done. Now we're moving on to this bad boy. It is a 26-inch upright roller. I'm gonna go ahead and take off stuff from my last trip, make sure all that's gone. It looks like it's been through the wringer because it has. The top layer started peeling, so I just peeled it off because it was gonna get scuffed and peeled even more. But yeah, this will be my second bag. The inside is quite similar to the other one. It has a zippered side and an open side. Okay, so now that all of my carry-on stuff is packed, and then I have my sewing kit over here on the sideboard, ready to be packed into something else, we're gonna start with costumes. So I numbered them based on Dames a la Mode's tip in order of importance. So we'll start with this one. All right, so I've got the foundation, the dress, the standing ruff, and the camicia. So got my flag fan, my pearl necklaces, my pearl earrings, my blue wool socks, and my Mary Janes. Okay, so problem number one is that my 16th century takes up the whole side of this suitcase. I have my late 16th century Venetian here and mid 16th century Venetian here, with the ruff, with both dresses and their boning. So they can't be rolled a certain way, like down really small, because the boning runs differently than the dress. So rolling it that way doesn't work. So this is two dresses, all of their accoutrement, shoes, hair stuff, the standing ruff. That is one side, like full. All right, so let's move on to the second side and see how much we can get in here. This means that my number one and number two are packed. So number one here is packed. I need to mark off the ruff, and number two is packed. So I'm moving to number three, which is my black chemise a la reine, which is Noelle's black chemise a la reine that she let me borrow. So this is the dress. It's gonna pack down really light. This is the shift. These are the stays. These are the petticoats, and I have a couple other petticoats in here, and these are the sashes. So for my fusion day, I'm gonna wear an African sash and head wrap, and then for the opera, I'm gonna wear just a typical sash and head wrap. And shout out to American Duchess, because I'm gonna wear these shoes for the first time. My Kensingtons and my clock stockings. So I left some things out. I have a fan, I have pockets, I have red gloves, and a red cloak that go with this black chemise a la reine. I have a black fichu. I have a white cap. I also have black stockings to go with it, and then garters of different colors to go with it. So I'm gonna put as much in these shoes as I can as far as the stockings and the garters. And then I'll roll the sashes inside the dress. Dress, fichu, cap, stays, sashes. So I have a lot of room left. I've just put in 4 petticoats, white, red, pink, and black here. 3 pair of gloves, white opera gloves, mid-length red and short brown. That will go with this red cloak. I've got the jewelry. I've got different options for day and night for the black chemise, and I forgot these for the Venetian. But in the suitcase, after all of that, right, this side is done. This side only has a little bit of real estate left here because I put my 2 stunt hair pieces there for the hedgehog in 1790s look. So, like, there's only like this spot. So we will see. Okay, white shift fee shoes are here. And then the brown and cream round Italian gowns are here. So it's done. All right, so this one is packed with modern clothes. This one is packed with a lot of my historical clothes. So I think I could just take this mid-size. I have another full size, but this mid-size might work, so let's try it. Oh, we're almost there. So I've got my number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, not 7. So I have 7 and 8 left. And I have this entire mid-size bag. All right, for this next bag, I have my 1520s Florentine, some more shoes to go with what's in here. Surprise! A banyan, another shift, bum pads, a little hat, and the jewelry that goes with these outfits. And this goes with actually the black chemise, a la reine, and a little sewing kit and some scissors. So yeah, I think all of this can fit. So let's talk about what's in here and here. We have some silk stockings and look at this! So these are gorgeous, right? So I told myself for the opera at Teatro La Fenice, I should take some fancy things. So I will be wearing these shoes. So I worked with Tiffany of Stitchin Addiction to put together what is in here. So I just unfolded everything, and this is a 1790s open robe in a beautiful silk. This is a 1790s round gown in this lovely, very sheer silk with a petticoat underneath. This is the petticoat, so you won't be able to see all my goodies, but isn't it lovely? Oh. And Tiffany even sent me the cabbage from the sheer silk over here, so I'll wear these with my slippers and stockings. Let's call this side done. All the clothes are in this side. So this is my situation here. I've got my airplane pillow. I've got all my chargers except for this one, which I will put in, my camera, my plane bag and tote for in Italy. So when I get to the hotel, I will take most of this stuff out and only take around what I need. But my iPad, my umbrella, all of my documents for all of the trips and excursions and sites we're going to visit is in here. And then I have things like business cards and cough drops. So using the tip from Damsel in Mode, I'm rolling my jewelry into a tea towel, and then I will use another one to roll these. Rolled the first one, and now I'm rolling the second one, and I'm gonna secure it with some twine on the ends. All right, jewelry is ready to go in my carry-on. This bag is now packed. Oh, my hat is in there. All right, so this is my setup. My 2 things I'm taking on the plane, my checked bag 1 and checked bag 2. Yeah, I am ready. So I did make the executive decision to put a bag inside of another bag. So instead of just taking the small Fall Robin Kanken, I put that in a gray tote bag just to have a little more room. And of course, TSA wanted to get all into my jewelry, so never again. But I made it onto the plane just fine. And here's my carry-on setup. Plane ride to Venice was great. I arrived and all of my bags were waiting for me at baggage claim, and then I went to the left outside of the door to the number 71 shared water taxi desk. I highly recommend this way of getting to your hotel because it takes you as close to your hotel as possible, even maybe sometimes directly to the water door of your hotel. And the view is spectacular, right? So, happy packing. If you have questions, write them in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Oh, one more thing. As far as #neveragain, I did buy a proper jewelry organizer for travel that is lovely. I will take out my Longobar jewelry and put in the jewelry for Venice.